Okay, so next we're going to add a running clock to your scoreboard. And for this, you're going to need to make sure that you have downloaded Desktop Presenter, which is a free program that Wirecast or Telestream comes out with that's associated with Wirecast. It's basically a, it's presenting off of from your desktop, basically something like you would do like with a shared screen. Okay, so what you first need to do is you need to minimize your window just a little bit in order to make it a little bit smaller, and I'll show you why later. So I'm going to bring this all the way over. Okay, next is I want to open Desktop Presenter. Hopefully I have it installed on this computer. Yep. Let me drag that onto here. And you're going to pull it up. And you'll see it right here. Okay, so I'll show you what happens in a second. So next is you're going to want to open a web page called Online Stopwatch. And I've created a short version of it for me. And it's basically online-stopwatch.com. And you obviously got to have internet on this computer, which you will. And you're going to press stopwatch up, all right? And you're going to see it right there. I'm going to make the screen really small and bring over to this side. Okay. And I'll show you why. So now your desktop presenter is shown right here. And it's going to say, where do you want to capture the video from? I want to capture it from a window. I want to capture it from an application, which in this case it's a website. So I'm going to do Safari web browser. And it shows what window, Online Stopwatch, and it's already showing it, okay? So now, you want to come over to this area, and inside you're still editing that scoreboard, all right? You want to add another source to this left side, all right? So you remember you have the built scoreboard, you have two logos to customize a little bit more, and then you have this one, all right? And for this area, you're going to see, typically we were going to that file folder to do images, but this time, you're going to do the camera because in reality, it's a video source. And you're going to go down to this add bottom area, and you're going to look here, and you're going to say, all right, what do I want to look for? I want to look for not a camera, and maybe a remote desktop presenter, possibly, but in this case, you want to do a local desktop presenter. And you're going to click that. That may be wrong. Hold on. Camera, add, and you do want to do add Turbo's MacBook Pro. That's that's the name of this computer. So whatever yours is called, that's what the one you're actually going to want to use. So you're going to add, and you're going to see when I clicked on it, it has that stopwatch, and that's because over here on this right side, I decided what I wanted to capture. I wanted to capture from a window, from Safari, and all the way down in the online stopwatch area. So now you're going to say, okay, well now I see this entire stopwatch, but I can't put that entire thing on the screen. So what am I going to do? Alright, so now you've got this. Make sure it's selected on the left here. Make sure it's there. And now you're going to get it highlighted again. Whoops. And you're going to go to this cropping area, and this is actually going to crop whatever you have available. Alright, so I'm going to crop everything out that I don't need. You're going to be real precise with this. And you're going to get it all the way to what you want it to look like. Take everything else out of it that you don't need. Okay, so now I've got my clock. But again, I want to press the Command key and make it even smaller. Okay, and then you're going to bring it all the way into that area, in that black box area. And make it a little smaller. Okay, so now I've got it. And whenever you're ready to start the game, you want to make sure that you press the start button. Okay, so let's just say I've got how I like my scoreboard looking. I can go ahead and X out of it. But remember, you cannot cover anything with this area, because if let's say you bring this Wirecast over top of it, you're going to notice up here in this area, it's capturing where others are on the screen. So you got to make sure that you don't overlap this stuff, and this part is showing at all times, because otherwise it's not going to show up in this area. Okay, so for instance, if you see it come on live, let's just say we bring our scoreboard in, and right when you press start, that's what it's going to start looking like. And if you notice, this is starting to run, and now this is starting to run. Okay, and this is for only during the game, obviously. Now this thing only runs up to 1 hour, and then it changes to 1 hour mark on this. So what we want to do for soccer is that we want to stop it at halftime and then clear it out and then restart it. And then you just change your half from first half to second half. So it's not conventional where it runs all the way up to 90 minutes straight like a soccer game, but that's just part of the beast of the nature, or the nature of the beast, in regards to, this is basically just a workaround for us. So, but it's a good option for how to add a little bit of a clock to the scoreboard, which is a big piece of the puzzle for many people.